Jai Guru, I bow to all of you. Today is a beautiful day. A day when we remember Gurudev. Beloved Gurudev is the center of life, center of family, and center of the universe. Beloved Gurudev is the most reliable well-wisher, like the mother. Mannatha Sri Jagannatha, Madguru Sri Jagadguru, Madatma Sarvabhutatma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Let us pray and bow to our beloved Gurudev, all masters of the lineage, all masters of the world religion, of all places and all ages, and above all, to the master of the universe. Remembering Gurudev is a really beautiful art of remembering, art of thinking, art of meditating. If we can honorably and honestly remember beloved Gurudev, that would be also a brilliant meditation indeed. Personally, whenever I think of beloved Gurudev, and significantly this 3rd December, I remember my visit to Ganesh Mangala of Kakatpur on the way of the sacred river Prachi. You all know the river Prachi. For many years, Shri Guruji, along with disciples, devotees, and lovers of Mother Prachi, make a holy round parikrama of the sacred river to revive the pristine value, the great splendor behind that great Prachi valley, where in the days of yore, many rishis, many great realized souls, exalted souls, were along with their respective disciples contouring higher penance for the benefit of mankind. That was Prachi. I was returning along with my sister on that day, early morning, after having the darshan of Mother Mangala. My taxi driver was in a hurry, and we were just marching past the walls of Hariharanandaji Gurukulam. I said, "Hello, Mr. Taxi Driver Ji, please wait." Something from within asked me to get inside the ashram. When I stepped into the ashram for the first time in my life, I found the whole ashram is silent, completely silent. No chirping of the birds, wind is not blowing, leaves are not dancing, grasses are crying. And the pond is also shedding drops of its tear in a different form. Everybody was spellbound under some news. I saw Swami Ramanandaji walking on the lawn. I saluted him, asked him, "What about this?" He didn't respond to me. I walked straight into the main building and I saw Gopi Baba, brother of our Shri Guruji, was chanting Gita From the surrounding, from the situations, I could guess something has happened. I sat there for few moments. Then Gopi Baba informed me about the sad demise of beloved Gurudev, to what we say in spiritual language, the Mahasamadhi. I was really shocked. But I was told by Shri Guruji that he'll be coming to Odisha in the month of January 2003, and after the completion of the International Intensive Kriya Yoga Seminar, he will take me to USA so that I can seek the blessings of beloved Gurudev before joining the ashram. That was the time when I was nobody. I was not a monk. I was not a resident of the ashram. I felt so bad. I felt as if I had fallen down from the Mount Everest to the crater of depression and dejection. I could not get up. Some moments passed away. Then I left. Whenever 3rd December comes to my life, I cannot forget this particular story. It keeps me thinking of beloved Gurudev. 3rd December for me is a day of revision, a day of review of my life's activities. Am I honorably, honestly following my master? I ask million questions on this day, 3rd December. This is a turning point in my life. However, remembering Gurudev is remembering gods on earth and gods in the heaven. Remembering Gurudev is remembering the Brahman, Sat Chit Anand. Remembering Gurudev is also remembering all masters of the lineage and significantly Shri Guruji. For me, Shri Guruji and beloved Gurudev are inseparable. But I remember still, and the words of my beloved Gurudev continue to ring in my ears. He told me, showing his fingers towards Shri Guruji, he will take care of you. And he's taking care of you. Unfortunately, I am not up to the standard, up to the mark, to his love and caring. On this day, I forget everything. I only examine myself. How far I have advanced? How far is the goal? Am I failing? Am I falling down? Am I fumbling? Questions. But no question can bring about a shock to remain there. Every question gives me a new sense of revival to rediscover my love for my beloved Gurudev, my love, my bond for following him. The more the bond becomes stronger, mightier than any strength of the world, only at that time, you and me will be blessed by beloved Gurudev. Only then, the most reliable mother will take the kid to her arms. We have to wait for that day of joy, that day of cheers. Remembering Gurudev is remembering Brahman. Remembering Gurudev is remembering the breath. The most important in our life is the breath. I've read many books on Kriya Yoga, but the way Shri Guruji explains, the important thesis and theses, important theories and other dictums of beloved Gurudev, everywhere and everything is centered around the breath. He speaks on the breath. Breath is our life and love, beauty and brilliance. The breath. Remembering Gurudev and remembering breath, if this becomes more stronger, more longer, or even longest, you and me could be easily established in a beautiful breath consciousness that Shri Guruji and beloved Gurudev demand of. Breath consciousness. Not to be little conscious of the breath during prayer and meditation, or when we are in close physical proximity of the Master. It's not a small thing, but a very wonderful thing. We fail, and we have to overcome this failure. The more we become stronger, the more we become committed to this goal of achieving breath consciousness. That will be the real offering, the real sense of surrender at the holy feet of the Masters. Remembering beloved Gurudev, also to remember the initiation day pledge relating to practice of Kriya. On this 3rd December, you and me should examine this night with pen and paper, find out how many days we have committed the blunder of bypassing the practice of Kriya. Ceaseless, continuous and continual should be our practice. If time doesn't permit, at least for some seconds, that is what Shri Guruji demands. For the last 2 or 3 years, in each letter, in each message, beloved Shri Guruji highlights on one thing. Never neglect, in the name of your duty, in the name of your other material services, never neglect meditation. When we think of meditation, Shri Guruji always gives an example of beloved Gurudev. If meditation is taking place somewhere and he is nearer to that place, he enters the place of the hall of meditation and he takes over, guiding disciples and devotees. Beloved Gurudev is so beautiful, so caring. He was reflecting that care, that concern through guiding the meditation. And that is the wonder behind beloved Gurudev. One day I asked Shri Guruji, and sometimes I don't feel like meditating. Okay, open up your eyes and look to the photograph. Of course, he said, it's not photograph. Look at the image. Look at the loving and the living image of beloved Gurudev. Be merged for some time. Then you will recover your urge, your passion for meditation. Remembering Gurudev. Anywhere where there is a crisis in our life, whether it's meditation or other material workings, crisis could be overcome only remembering beloved Gurudev. That is the beauty that is Paramahamsa Hariharanandaji Maharaj. Remembering him is to dissolve the crisis of sorrow and misfortune then and there. Remembering Gurudev is an opportunity. Remembering Gurudev is an occasion for making a revival of the spirit, love for Kriya, love for breath, love for the Master. That is how remembering Gurudev. My first visit to Habibpur, the birthplace of our beloved Gurudev, with Shri Guruji. Shri Guruji was pointing to, this is the temple, this is the mandir, family temple, where beloved Gurudev was worshipping the deities. And this is that. It was a very beautiful guided tour of Habibpur on that day. I can't forget that. Whenever I think of beloved Gurudev, I think of Habibpur. Probably because we think so intensely about Habibpur, Shri Guruji of late have decided to construct a Smriti Mandir to keep the memory of beloved Gurudev still stronger and still beautiful. Beloved Gurudev. Remembering beloved Gurudev is remembering Habibpur. Once the construction of the Smriti Mandir will be over, I'm sure many of us from all parts of Orissa and India and abroad will come there. I think that will be a pilgrimage, wonderful pilgrimage center for all of us. But Sri Guruji says, why can't we construct and reconstruct a Smriti Mandir in our memory at the Fontanel? If we can carry that cathedral wherever you move, Shruti Mandir is moving with us. Shri Guru Mandir is moving with us. Will that not be a beautiful thing? Will that not be a great prize for all of us? If that could be, and we can adhere to it, we can keep up that strength of remembering Gurudev at Sahasrara Fontanel. I think that will give us invincible joy. And that will make our meditation more productive, more mature. Habibpur. Remembering Gurudev, remembering Habibpur. When I think of Habibpur sometimes, as I heard from Shri Guruji, there is a very beautiful family assistant. One day, he asked the little child, Rabindra, our beloved Gurudev's childhood name, the little child. He approached the little child. Hello, my little love, you are the master of the mankind. Come on, I want to worship you. As Sabari in the Ramayana did make a wonderful worship of Sri Ram. As Sudama was worshipping Lord Krishna during Mahabharata days. Similarly, a beautiful worship did take place on that early morning in the garden of Habibpur, family garden of Habibpur. That was beautiful. Such moments of joy comes over to us when we remember Habibpur, remember Gurudev. Remembering Habibpur is also remembering Gurudev's father and mother. What a beautiful connection between the father and the son. Child is demanding on that day of sacred thread ceremony, I want to be initiated with a new mantra, the meaningful mantra that will lift me from the limbo of confusion and lead me towards realization. It demands it, and he got it. Similarly, the same father, when becomes old, about to retire, is demanding from the child, give me the next level of Kriya. I remember this thing. Remembering Gurudev is to remember the beautiful father-son relationship. If this father-son relationship can be reflected in our life, our love for Gurudev will become eternal. Our love for Shri Guruji will become more beautiful. Bonding, such kind of bonding can create meaningful things in our life. Remembering Gurudev really is remembering his wonderful way of explaining things and his wonderful way of merging with the nature, his wonderful ways of understanding the scriptures. Gurudev, when he was a young textile engineer, working in a beautiful factory with a beautiful salary, now in a dilemma what to do, because Master revered Swami Yukteswar just told him, has given him the command, go to Kadarashram and continue your penance there. He's in a dilemma. Shall I go now or shall I delay a little? Somehow, on an August, beautiful Snana Purnima, Lord Jagannath's day of bath, he comes over to Puri. Instead of going to the appointed destination of stay, he sat down on the Bay of Bengal. Remembering Gurudev, I remember Bay of Bengal. Or whenever I have the chance to go through that sands of the Bay of Bengal, Mahodadi, I remember Gurudev. In each wave, in each blue wave, in its vastness, the blue vastness, I feel that infinite presence of beloved Gurudev. Beloved Gurudev. Bay of Bengal gives us that question. Are you practicing yoga properly? Are you remembering Kadarashram philosophies, austerities that Gurudev as a brahmachari did pass through? We sometimes say, oh, this food is not up to mark. This place of stay is not up to mark. We make many comments here and there. But the kind of austerities regarding dress and food that Gurudev had to go through, had to pass through as a renunciate, is worth emulating. Remembering Gurudev is remembering Bay of Bengal. It teaches us two things. Waves are coming one after the other. So thoughts are coming one after the other. When you go deep, deep into the midst of the ocean, there is no series of waves, no excitement, no commotion. So through the practice of Kriya, we have to reach that stage where the waves of the Bay of Bengal, the thoughts of the mind, shall become calm and peaceful as the mid portion of the Pacific Ocean. That is Gurudev. Gurudev was in that particular Bay of Bengal when staying in Kadarashram, had met Anandamayi and received her blessings. Gurudev received her blessings. Anandamayi, that is the mother, available to every one of us through beloved Gurudev. A care, a concern. As I told in the beginning, our beloved Gurudev is the most reliable mother. He has learned this from Anandamayi. It is in Kadarashram on the Bay of Bengal Gurudev had the darshan of Mahavatar Babaji. It is this land. It is this land, this eastern portion of the India, that Mahavatar Babaji made himself available to, appeared and gave darshan to his most loving child. No need to go to find him in the caves. This is Mahavatar Babaji's mystery. And this is also the history of our beloved Gurudev, that he saw him in Kadarashram near the Bay of Bengal. Beloved Gurudev, like that of Paramahamsa Yoganandaji, were blessed and had the darshan of resurrected physic, divine physic of Swami Sri Yukteswarji. If Yoganandaji heard the vision, saw him, enjoyed the resurrection of Swami Yukteswarji in Bombay, today Mumbai, in that hotel, beloved Gurudev enjoyed, witnessed the beautiful resurrection of his master Swami Sri Yukteswarji on the lawns of Kararashram on the Bay of Bengal. Remembering Gurudev is to remember the ashrams, not only in Orissa, but elsewhere in the world, everywhere. On that day, Sri Guruji was explaining to us with love. Look to every part of this ashram, every construction in the ashram, every tree and plant that is there, every creeper that is giving you flower, every vegetable bush that is giving you fruits, every dust. There you find the particle of divinity that is Hariharananda. Apart from Shri Guru Mandir, the living epitome of Sri Guruji's beloved Gurudev's final resting place, Sri Guruji's best work, the finest work of Sri Guruji, the finest service of Sri Guruji, beloved Gurudev, is the living presence. In Sri Guru Mandir, we find his living presence, loving presence. So remembering Sri Guru Mandir as remembering Gurudev. One day I was a little bit disturbed and I could not practice Shambhavi, staring into the infinite. Sri Guruji told me, go, sit in that stone chair, relax there, look at the lotus and the top on the fontanel of Sri Guru Mandir. Watch for some time. Concentrate on that. You can enjoy Shambhavi. Whenever I feel a little bit disturbed, I think of Sri Guru Mandir. Not because of my association during the construction, but because of my love for the Sri Guru Mandir. I could not see beloved Gurudev when he departed in the course of Mahasamadhi in America. But I try to see him there. I also say, when after the Mahasamadhi, his sacred body was brought to Gurukulam, I was not an insider. So I had to sit outside to see the sacred ceremonies of Samadhi. I had a little bit touch of melancholy in my heart and my cheeks. Say, Guruji saw it. You will enjoy, don't worry. And I enjoyed the construction under the superintendence of Sri Guruji. Remembering Shri Guru Mandir is to remember beloved Gurudev. Whenever I sit in the corridor or in the sanctorium of the temple, when I look to all the masters, I think of Shri Guruji. How brilliantly managed to prepare the plan so that Shri Guru Mandir will be a place where all the masters will be worshipped along with their beloved Gurudev. It is really a unique Kriya temple. Unlike other temples where individual masters are being worshipped with installation of their images. That's not bad at all, but Sri Guru's idea is wonderful. Love all the masters together, worship them together. This togetherness, remembering beloved Gurudev, is not an easy thing. It demands to generate within us a sense of togetherness, a sense of sacrifice, a sense of surrender. Then alone, remembering beloved Gurudev will be really beautiful. Remembering Gurudev is not just to remember his body and biology, physic, not all to remember his books and bibliography and the words written therein. Not to go through that particular album of illustrations of his life story. It is something more than that. Remembering alone, beloved Gurudev, in meditation or in soliloquy, establish a kind of silent dialogue with the beloved Gurudev. In our tradition, if Yogananda, just small boy when he was a Mukunda, could draft a letter to beloved God, the master of the universe, why can't we? At moments of misfortune, at moments of sorrow, dejection and depression, we should learn right to beloved Gurudev. If one of us or some of us or all of us can practice this way of writing letter to beloved Gurudev, it will create a new sense within us. Our bonding will become more stronger, more spiritual. I was twice in my life very, very, very depressed. And whenever I feel depressed, even if I pretend to be cheerful in my cheeks, Sri Guruji, just within a glance, with his X-ray like 2 eyes, can read my problem. Think of Gurudev. Write to him. Write about him. And that is the reason why I did spend some time for translating books of Sri Guruji to melt away my sorrows of life, to overcome the shortcomings of my life. I love all my friends, those who were with us, those are now at different parts of the world. It was so beautiful a time of friendship. When I think of that, I really think of beloved Gurudev. I belong to a joint family with many, I think 7 brothers and 7 sisters, and still more. But when I joined Gurukulam, the great Kriya family of beloved Gurudev, so many brothers, so many mothers, I was beholden. All my brothers, those are working at different places of the world, serving beloved Gurudev. When I remember beloved Gurudev, I remember them. I remember them. And I enjoy to remember that moments of Balighai, memories of Balighai. I churn those moments and memories. And finally, I find one essence: loving, loving, loving them all. In each one of them, I find beautiful progress and advancement. And they all work under the direct superintendence of our loving Shri Guruji. Ours is a beautiful team. The only problem with our team is sometimes we shake hands. We say that we are hand in hands. Sometimes our heart is not with the other heart. We should read the biography of Gurudev written by Shri Guruji, the river of compassion. Remembering Gurudev is to remember this river of compassion that is eternally flowing through our hearts, through our homes, through our ashrams, promoting the cause of fraternity, promoting the cause of peace, bliss and joy. Let us all brahmacharis, brahmacharinis, monks, residents in all ashrams, at least on these auspicious days, hold each other's heart together and have holy dip in this river of compassion. That is remembering beloved Gurudev. During prayer and meditation, during daily life, during activities of writing, speaking, talking, working, cooking, whatever. In all fields, remembering beloved Gurudev. I will fail in my duty if I cannot say one thing about beloved Gurudev. He was lover of the mother, his mother and all mothers of the mankind. But he was having a special love for the greatest mother of the universe, Mother Cow. I heard from Guruji and I saw it in my own eyes. Gurudev wanted to have a cow in Kriya Institute homestead. Even the cattle shed was constructed, but the laws were not helpful, so the mother cow could not be made the resident of the ashram to receive the worship from all. But that desire, wherever beloved Gurudev has made an will, an expression, that has come out true. If you look today, the new Matra ashram in USA, mother cows are there, a good family of mother cows. When they dance with joy, and such pictures come to us in every footstep, that mother cow and their calf. We remember beloved Gurudev. As he was patting them, combing them, feeding them, talking to them. Each mother cow. When we saw and when you see, let us try to feel the divine presence of beloved Gurudev there. Hariharananda Gurukulam and mother cows and Gurukulam Govinda. Remembering them together can give us a new sense of togetherness, to go beyond the body and mind, to go beyond the physical existence, to go beyond these particular anxieties, to go beyond the Maya and reach the feet of, the holy feet of our beloved Gurudev. Never before on earth, as it happens today, a silent movement is taking place everywhere for the revival of the upbringing of the Indian indigenous cow and the calf. Beloved Gurudev like Lord Krishna, like Sri Ram, and many other great exalted souls of the world, has taught us to be very kind towards non-humans. Those are more than the humans. Each tree is more than a human. Each creeper is more than a human. Every cow is more than a human being. And that is why beloved Gurudev has taught us to find God behind his creation. Loving Gurudev is loving the world. Loving Gurudev is not to love the God alone and to hate the world. No. Shri Guruji has told us that this world is a creation of the Lord. The only thing, we should not be bound by the buckles of the world. We shall understand this is a play of the God, play of the Brahman, play of the Guru, and we should act accordingly. Remembering Gurudev is remembering the self, remembering the soul within. He is the soul within. He is the lighthouse within. He's giving us light, giving us inspiration every day, every moment. We were born at different places from at different families. It is that sense of inspiration, that sense of command from the beloved Gurudev has brought us together to form a Kriya family, either staying in ashram or staying in householders' beautiful homely heavens. We work for beloved Gurudev as a combined family, joint family. No national border, no language division, nothing can debar us, because the river of compassion is flowing through our hearts, through our homes, through our homelands, to create a new humanity tomorrow. That is the vision of beloved Gurudev. A new world will be created. New Kriya world will be created. All that the first teacher, Adi Guru, Shama Charan Lahiri, had started under the instructions of Mahavatar Babaji. All that Swami Sri Yukteswaraji did in training Paramahamsa Yoganandaji to take Kriya to the West. All that Swami Sri Yukteswaraji and Yoganandaji trained and blessed Paramahamsa Hariharanandaji to go to Europe and the West. It's all a dream and design of Mahavatar Babaji. So remembering Gurudev is remembering Mahavatar Babaji, remembering all the masters of the lineage, remembering Shama Charan Lahiri, remembering Swami Sri Yukteswaraji, Swami Satyanandji, Bhupendra Sanyal, Yoganandji, and the like. And significantly, the eighth master, our loving Shri Guruji. Remembering Shri Gurudev is not an easy job. It is a penance. It is a 24 hours penance, day after day, week after week, year after week, lifelong. This sadhana has to be continued. Remembering. If our remembering our beloved Gurudev is more honorable and more honest, each day, each time that we remember, a beautiful divine impression will be created in our mind. And such impressions are as good as strong as the Kriya Pranayam Kriya, breathing. They can wash away the stains, the dark points, the dirts from our mind, chitta, the memory. Remembering Gurudev and not remembering the other mundane thoughts can help us to build a new mind, new memory that can lead us in the path of spirituality, path of yoga. So remembering beloved Gurudev is a yoga. It's a very beautiful form of yoga. It will help us to be breath conscious, God conscious, and soul conscious. At no point of our life and no point of our sadhana, we should neglect remembering beloved Gurudev. And whenever we remember beloved Gurudev, be it at Sri Guru Mandir or Sri Mandir, the temple of Lord Jagannath, when we walk with Sri Guruji, enter through the Lion's Gate, Lord Jagannath's temple, we remember, he makes us remember. Gurudev was entering this way, climbing the 22 steps, entering the Sanctum Sanctorium, and looking at the Nila Chakra. He was telling us, think of your chakras within. Think of the chakras within. Concentrate there. And when think of the flag, think of beloved Gurudev. He is the light. He is the focus. He is the illustration that can guide you. We remember on good occasions while visiting or going to Lord Jagannath's temple, Sri Guruji tells us one thing. Think of Gurudev and think the gods and Gurudev are one. Guru Narayana, Gurudev Brahman. Remembering Gurudev is a yoga. Remembering Gurudev is a pathway to God. Remembering Gurudev is a way of revival of the spirit of the soul. Gurudev, remembering Gurudev is an occasion or opportunity, better say, to revise our lifestyle, to make a review of our sadhana. Gentlemen, friends, you and me together, let us remember Gurudev to fulfill the goal of our life, giving happiness to beloved Gurudev and loving Sri Guruji. Jai Guru.